And real quick, your brother trying to address this. He said some of the brothers in camps who claim they from tribe of Judah are probably Hamites. You gotta understand, bro. If you know about the truth, you're Israelite.
You're an Israelite, yeah. I was wondering if you were gonna. I saw the and shout out Shalom to Obina, man. Obina be showing mad love. But
no, but I understand what you mean, because a lot of brothers, they'll get real specific. They'll be like, I'm Issachar, I'm Naphtali, I'm this or that. It's like, okay.
The thing is, okay, so this is the thing about with the tribes and the 12 tribes chart. I always say this with the 12 tribes chart. You know, I don't have an issue with a brother who wants to say that they're of Issachar or of Simeon, you know, exactly. Of Judah, of Ephraim. But the thing with the 12 tribes chart, I view it like this: the Most High used that as a way to get brothers in the truth, you know, from across the four corners of the earth. So brothers, like when you walk across some brothers on the street who have that chart, and the brother looks at you and says, "Hey man, where do you see yourself on this chart?" That's a way for a brother, man. Okay, I'm Mexican, or okay, man, I'm Cuban. So okay, man, this is my tribe. Okay, so I know I'm an Israelite now. That's the way. It's the way the Most High used to gather the elect.
Exactly. But for me, like it's only focused on the Western Hemisphere, and we know
that's true. That's the flaw with it. Yeah.
But at the same time, like there is research done behind some of these charts, so we can't just like take a piss on the chart completely.
That's true. Which is why I don't do that. Yeah.
That is.
Oh, my fault. That's me. My fault.
Yeah, but I was just saying it'd be more reliable to rely on your own family history as opposed to a chart. That chart doesn't mean anything, because like you could say you're from this tribe, and then you do some actual research. It turns out your heritage was from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. Unfortunately, for most of us, man, most of us don't even know the names of our great grandparents.
And Judah, bro, you got to understand, there's a difference between knowing of the Bible and reading it and actually understanding it. We said, I thought the devil knew the Bible as well. Well, you got to understand, they know of the Bible, and the top ranking Edomites know the Bible, but the average nigga on the street doesn't know anything about the Bible. They think think about it. Christians read the Bible every day, but they don't understand.
Yeah, they don't know shit about it, to be honest.
They pick and choose according to what fits their emotions, man. Christians are very emotional.
And it's the difference between, reading something versus having a true understanding. It's different from you brothers knowing Christmas is a pagan holiday, Easter's a pagan holiday, Thanksgiving is a pagan holiday. Understanding that the Jewish tribes is real, understanding that, the Jews in Israel are fake, understanding that, you have to follow the laws and commandments, understanding who Christ really was, understanding why you're in the condition. You have to have a full understanding to be in the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless of what Esau and the average Edomite knows, now the top ranking Edomites, they understand it because Satan has given them the knowledge. But as far as just a general understanding, people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And that's why when you try to explain it to them, they're like,
they lost.
They don't know what the fuck you talking about.
And I got a precept real quick for the brother. This is Psalm the 147th chapter, the 19th verse. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So that's the thing. That's what separates people who just know some of the Bible and people who actually know the truth. There's a big difference. There's a big difference in just referencing the Bible than some of your everyday affairs in life, going to church and celebrating these fake holidays, as opposed to understanding the word. That's like the scripture said, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. That's a difference between knowing, like just reverencing the Bible in some of your life, and knowing these statutes, knowing these laws, understanding the truth, understanding the mystery of the Gentiles, the mystery of the kingdom, how the law is not done away with, and the understanding of that through the New Testament. There's a big difference between knowing that and knowing and just being and referencing some of the Bible in your everyday life, like his and the judgment too will be to filter prophecy through the scriptures. The average Edomite who's in the Christian church can't do that. Now you do have some Edomites who do have some quote unquote understanding.
Yeah, but they always want to insert themselves into it, man.
Exactly, and they don't have the name either.
And just to add on, even the top level Edomites, they only understand the prophecies concerning their destruction. If they fully understood the truth of the Bible, they'd be implementing the laws and they'd have a righteous society. We don't see that.
Con. To add on to that point, brother, with these Edomites as well, they don't understand the mystery of the kingdom. They think that heaven is this place up there in the Most High, and when you die, you go to heaven and you dwell with God and all that shit, man. They don't understand the kingdom is actually going to be on earth, and it's for, it's to be ruled by Jacob. These Edomites don't have that understanding. So there's a big difference between being really understanding this word in truth and sincerity, and just kind of knowing some of the Bible. Like this, like, so just because you know the Bible don't mean you're an Israelite. But if you know the truth, you're an Israelite.
Fine, bro. And that's why you gotta understand too, you know, and I sent the Mark of the Beast shit to my mom and my grandma. They didn't really say nothing because there's a good chance they might not be an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? The only people I know for sure are Israelite is my dad and then my grandpa, who's on my dad's side, because it's the seed line. If I understand it, it means my dad will come back into the kingdom. As you know, I don't know what his judgment will be. I'm not going to talk on that. My grandpa, you know, my great grandpa. As far as like the women in your family, unless they came directly from your grandpa on your paternal side, you have no fucking clue. So, you know, that's why a lot of times when you tell people the truth and they don't hearken onto it, it could be because they're not an Israelite, or it could be they're 2/3. But that's why you gotta preach it to everybody, because you have no fucking clue.
Either way, they're going down.
I mean, yeah, unless they're 11th hour or something. But yeah, more than likely, yeah. But you want to add anything before I get into the next curse?
Oh, just real quick too. There's a scripture in the book of Ezra, where it talks about how people who didn't know that. It's like I forget what scripture it is, but it talks about in the book
about, are you of Israel? And then they did the genealogy and they went back and they found that a lot of them weren't. I read Ezra like 2 weeks ago.
No, I know what you're talking about. When they were returning back from Babylon, many of the people claimed to be from the tribe of Levi. Yep. But they didn't have access to the ancestry, so they were like, they're still considered Israelites. They just weren't allowed to be part of the tribe of Levi and be the priest, because you need that physical evidence to be of the priesthood.
It says 62. I'll read it real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
It says these sought the register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore, they as polluted, put from the priesthood. So that's what we were talking about. That's a reference.
There is a missing chapter from Acts when it told you, like, because in the Bible it told you that Paul was gonna go to Spain, and in the missing chapter in Acts, he went to Spain and he was spreading the gospel. And certain groups of people went up to Paul and showed them evidence that they were Jews. And that goes to show you that if God and Jesus came back for everybody, why do you need so much evidence to prove your lineage?